In this video, we're going to be giving you 3 personal trainer red flags that you should be watching out for before you get a personal trainer. So obviously, we're gym owners. We own a gym here that's in Burnaby, that's near Vancouver in Canada. And yeah, we've been personal trainers for over 10 years or so.
10 plus years.
Yeah, so it's been a long time, and we've been bad trainers ourselves, and now we're, I think, pretty good trainers, and we actually now just coach other trainers on being trainers, our staff. So yeah, you should trust us. So the number one thing that would definitely be a huge red flag is not doing assessments.
So it'd be like going to a doctor and then they're just giving you medication right away without actually gaining your history or what your actual baseline or capabilities are before they give you any kind of prescription. So same thing with fitness. You're gonna want to actually see where they're at first before giving them the right dose for where they wanna be.
At our gym, we have a very long assessment. We of course have your blueprint meeting where you're gonna be sitting down talking about your goals. We also do a 3D body scan. That's going to be kind of like similar to a Staiku scan where you're taking down your body fat percentage and you're taking down your lean muscle mass percentage and all of that. We also do a movement analysis. And this is all before we ever teach you how to do a single exercise. Why? Because your trainer needs to understand the context. What brought you here? What are your goals? Where do you want to go? What's wrong with your body? Does anything hurt? Have you had injuries in the past? Like, they need to know all of that stuff. And that's typically like a 1 or 2 session process for us, depending on the person. Number 2 is absolutes. And what do we mean by this, Brandon?
So this would be a trainer who says that the only way to do X exercise is this way, or the only way to get results is by doing it this specific way.
The only way to build your biceps is doing it like this, or the only way to strengthen your core is doing this exercise, or you have to do this many reps to build hypertrophy, or anything like that.
Because this might make a good YouTube headline or be very hype on social media, but in real life, the practical application may not actually apply to each individual person. So a really good trainer is able to make modification to what your goals are and what you're able to currently do to just push you a little bit past that so you adapt to that stimulus.
So where a trainer might say that your knees have to go out in a squat, or don't let your knee go too far forward while you're squatting, or you shouldn't feel a deadlift in your lower back, it's all going to be different for every single person. So you can't talk, as a trainer, you can't talk in absolutes. You can't say, oh, never do this exercise is the worst for your shoulder, because it really all depends on the person. So just watch out for that kind of language. It really tells you a lot about that trainer. So number 3 is overuse of a timer. So a lot of trainers, they'll say something like, I want you to do as many burpees as you can in 2 minutes. I want you to do I want you to try to get X amount of reps in a minute, or something like that. The problem is, most likely, your form is going to start breaking down, especially if they just chose some arbitrary number that they think that you should be able to do. So they might say something like, I want you to get 20 reps of burpees in under a minute.
Or as many mountain climbers as you can in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and what ends up happening is by, let's say, rep number 10, you start getting tired, your shoulders start sagging, it gets harder and harder, and then now you're just putting yourself at risk for injury trying to reach that time. And this is unfortunately how a lot of CrossFit classes are built. But just remember that CrossFit classes, they're built for the athlete, and then there's general population that just started doing it. It's not made for the general population. And so a lot of coaches end up using this a lot because they've seen CrossFit, or maybe they were taught by a coach that was the way that you're supposed to do it, and they want to see you sweat and burn and hurt and cry. But the reality is that this is probably one of the biggest red flags when it comes to training, bad trainers. So.
Especially if you're in a context of trying to build strength or even muscle, you can do it with the timer, but it's actually going to be much more optimal to work within a certain rep range that's going to bring you to a certain amount of fatigue and give yourself adequate rest so you can actually perform it with good form.
There's nothing wrong with using timers per se. You could say something like, I want you to do a 30-second plank, but you have to know that person can actually reach that. You can't just say a random number. So we use timers all the time. We have clocks all around us, and some of the coaches carry timers with them, but they're for specific purposes so that we can progressively overload. You know, this week you're doing 30 seconds, next week you're doing 35, the week after that you're doing 40. So that makes sense, but in the context of just like as many reps as you can, or something like that, as fast as you can, it's, yeah, one of the biggest red flags. So those are the 3 biggest red flags. Watch out for these when you get a personal trainer, and yeah, save yourself an injury. But yeah, if you like that video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.